Hey, this is Knife Standards. Today I'm going to be doing my full review of the HK Knives Micro Incursion. But first, please follow me at Knife Standards. You can follow me on Instagram. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for a lot more knife content and weekly knife reviews. Okay, cool. So let's talk about the HK Knives Micro Incursion. If you saw my unboxing and first impressions of this knife, you know that I hated it. No, it's a really cool knife, and that's what I was expecting it to be, a cool OTF. This is an automatic knife. It is sub 2 inches, so it would be legal in more places. I know a lot of places you cannot have an automatic knife. Again, Knife Standards is not a lawyer. Check your laws, blah, blah, blah. But I was expecting a very cool, tiny, mini, fifth pocket pocket knife, an auto OTF. I was also expecting this to come sharpened. Sadly, it did not. It has an okay edge. But again, I shouldn't be able to do that. Come on. Come on, you know, that's not right. So you guys saw me do just a paper, kind of like a paper test, paper edge test in my unboxing. Of course, it was a miserable fail. Since then, I have opened a few packages with this knife, which again, it's very useful for. This is like a little mini box cutter. And it did fine opening the packages, so I thought I would do another edge test after cutting through some cardboard and some tape and kind of see where this edge is at, see if anything has changed. I have not touched the edge. I just cut a few Amazon boxes with this guy. So let's go ahead and, I got some paper right here. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. It's definitely better. There is an edge there. Oh, so if there's any sharpening experts in the house, which I certainly am not a sharpening expert, let me know what is going on with this thing. What is going on with that edge? Because it's certainly better than it was. I don't know how that's possible, but it's just not sharp. It's not what I expect. Let's see if I have another. Let's go ahead and check the. And I don't want to get too off topic here, too distracted, but this is my sub Kalashnikov, again, a sub 2-inch auto, and this thing I have used a ton. Beat this thing up. Let's go ahead and see where the edge is at for this. I mean, it feels, this paper is just, hold on. It feels similar to the Micro Incursion. Like, you can get a good slice going, but then it will tear. And this is a knife that I've used a lot. This is for a long time. This was my go-to package opener. So I don't know, sharpening experts, let me know, please. I don't know what is going on with this, but it really made it not as fun. Really made it not as fun to use when it does not have a good edge on it. And for me, for my money, for my $130, this should come with a perfect edge. And just when I was thinking, oh, you know, maybe it was a quality control thing, or maybe it's just my knife, I see this. I'm just reading this right now. Please use responsibly. They're exceptionally sharp. Ooh. Nope, this one is not. Now, interestingly enough, I had like 2, 3, 4 comments. I forget exactly how many people commenting on my unboxing of this knife. And they said that they got the other version. I think it's the black-handled version, the black scales, and they said it was super sharp, hair-popping sharp right out of the box. And the thing that they had in common was they both got, or all three of them, or however many, they got the black-handled version. And of course, I chose the kind of brushed satin silver aluminum. So maybe that's just what they did on this particular version, and the black-handled ones are perfect. I don't know, because I don't have the black-handled version of the Incursion. So, big downside, sure. Could someone sharpen this up and make it perfect? Yeah, definitely. 100%. I mean, it's not beyond saving here. There is an edge on there. It's just not a good edge, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, the bevel looks uneven just from my eye. So anyway, I'm sure someone could make use out of this knife, and, you know, someone will enjoy this more than I will. So I'm considering my options here. But anyway, let's get to the full review. Let's talk about this knife. This is, of course, HK Knives, Heckler and Koch. I think it's produced by Hogue, so it is American made. I think they make these in Vegas. I think that's where Hogue is, in Vegas. So it's cool. I live in America, so always happy to support American-made knives and American-made products. Anything EDC that's American-made, very cool. Not to say that I don't also love knives that are made in China or anywhere in the world. If it's a quality knife, I'm all for it. This came in this kind of little foam sleeve thing, which I guess is cool. I don't know. Haven't seen a knife come in this type of packaging. But, you know, not really my thing, but it's, you know, it is what it is. Again, it is an auto out the front knife, an OTF. So you just slide the actuator, boom, and it opens. We have a drop point blade shape. It looks like a light stonewash blade finish. Some heavy billboarding here, HK Micro Incursion. They also have, I think it's, they have a mini Incursion, I think, which is a little over 2 inches. And then they have the regular Incursion, which is, I don't know how big that is, but there are a couple different versions of the Incursion. Let's see what we got here. Hogue USA 154 cm. So yeah, it's fine. Blade steel, it's okay. Again, the satin, kind of brushed satin finish on the aluminum handles. Let's do a size comparison. Let's see where this guy stacks up. I'm gonna get my sub Kalashnikov. Ding. And let's go ahead and get the mini Benchmade Mini Freak. Where is my measuring tape? Here we go. Mini Freak, we already know, 3 inches on the blade, about 7 overall. Sub Kalashnikov, we know it's under 2 and just under 5. And then, of course, the Micro Incursion, again, just under 2. I think it's 1.99, if I'm not mistaken. And then just under 5 overall. So, again, this is a tiny knife. This is a tiny knife. I'm going to go ahead and get the Mini Freak out of the way. And we can go ahead and take a look at these two autos. Of course, we have an out the side auto with the Sub Kalashnikov, and then out the front auto with the Micro Incursion. This is made overseas. This is made in the US. Both solid knives, and both tiny. Both tiny, definitely 5th pocket knives. Great box cutters, great package openers. I'll put the Boker aside. We can go ahead and talk ergos. Ergos are interesting on this because, yes, we know it's a small knife, but we still want it to be comfortable, and they do a good job. They do an all right job. They do an all right job of making this a comfortable OTF, comfortable for how small it is. They have this extra little groove here and a groove here, so you know, you can Well, I guess the groove here, well, I don't know. For my hand, I'm a righty, so it looks like it's a reversible clip. So I'll just talk about how I hold it. This little groove kind of separates your middle finger and your ring finger. There is this little edge, this little ledge for my pointer finger to kind of sit under, and this is how I've been using the knife. 3-finger grip. I kind of use the actuator as a thumb ramp. That's the most comfortable grip for me for this knife. Is it very comfortable? No, but you know what you're getting. It's a tiny knife. I mean, what are you really using this for? Probably to open packages, kind of like a utility knife. So, you know, it works. The ergos they're fine. They're okay for me. Now, as far as action goes, action is good. Have I felt better auto OTF actions? Yes, 100%. Microtech's action is better, especially on the Mini Troodon. This is comparable with the UTX 70 California edition, which is another one I have. But it's fine. The action is good. It's not super stiff, and it's actually kind of broken in the more I've used it and the more I've played with this knife. So it's fine. My only critique as far as action goes, this thing is freaking loud. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's like blasting my ears. It's just a really loud opening and closing action, especially on the close. Just super loud, unnecessarily loud. So my Mini Troodon is like, sounds like it has like a silencer on it compared to this. The Mini Troodon is just so like back and forth, and this is just so obnoxiously loud. The clip worked well for me when I carried this knife. It's a little flimsy, but it didn't bother me. You know, I was wearing shorts when I carried this, so it was fine. It was easy in and out of pocket. Those screws sticking up bug the crap out of me. Take a note from ProTech, guys. Come on. Come on. ProTech has it figured out. They recess the screws and kind of sink the clip into the scale, so it's flush. There's nothing sticking out. This knife is... I'm not going to make this... Oh, almost flipped my mat. I'm not going to make this review too long, because you guys already get the picture. I think that this knife... I think someone will enjoy this knife a lot more than I am currently enjoying it. And for the money, for 130 bucks, there are just better knives you can get. You know, it's not quite in the Microtech price range. So if you want an OTF auto for less than a Microtech, here it is. Of course, Microtech is also American made, so I think it would be worth paying the extra 100 bucks or so, whatever UTXs go for these days. But, you know, they just did an okay job with this knife. It's just okay. The quality control obviously was not great because they let that edge get through. The action is good, but nothing outstanding. It's super loud. The clip is okay, but not well thought out in my view. It is reversible, which is cool. But overall, I just feel like they could do better. I feel like they kind of phoned this one in. I'm not sure if this is how all of the Incursions are, or it's just the micro, or it's just my micro Incursion, but some of the details here are a little bit lacking, and, you know, I don't want to nitpick this thing into the ground, but it's just okay. It's just okay. If I paid $50 or less for this knife, I would be like, yeah, this thing is awesome. This is great. For $50 or less, boom, you can get such a... No, it's just it's overpriced. It's overpriced. And sometimes you pay for American made and you feel good about it. You know, that's what I did with my Tactile Knife Co. Rockwall. I feel like I'm paying for the machining. I'm paying for the small production. I'm paying for American made, the quality, etc., etc. This, I don't know what I paid for. I really don't. This thing should be under $50, and that is my verdict. That is the bottom line of my review. It is an okay knife, but not for the price. Not for the price. And if it was less expensive, if it was under 50, I think this should be about $47, and I would be just happy. I would be really happy about that. Where's my USB? The USB is a perfect example. The USB is, they have priced the USB, which is also, if you guys don't know, it is also a, not American made, but it is also, it's by Boker and I think Cobra Tech. But the USB is priced perfectly. I think it's right around 40, 50 bucks, 60 bucks maybe. They nailed it with the USB. This, not so much. And I think that they really need to rethink what they're doing. What are you doing, Hogue? What are you doing with this guy? Or HK? I don't know if HK is a subsidiary of Hogue. I don't know. This whole thing's a mess. But overall, hey, that's actually pretty cool that it kind of stands up like that. Overall, it's all right. Someone will enjoy this more than I will. So I will definitely reach out to a few people and see if anyone is interested in this knife. But it's not for me. Definitely not for me, especially when I've come across, you know, just in the last 2 weeks, so many cool knives, of course in different price categories, but even for a budget knife, this isn't even a budget knife. For a budget knife, you know, a Damn Designs knife, or a petrified fish knife, or there's just so many options. Or this guy, I think this was 40 bucks. I mean, there are just better, less expensive options out there. That's what I'm trying to say. This has been Knife Standards. Not my favorite review here. not my favorite knife. But I will be back with something very cool very soon. Thanks for hanging in there, everybody. This has been Knife Standards. I will catch you later.